This
What a
call is being
wonderful,
recorded.
Day
wonderful
clean to you,
day.
Dan.
Huh?
Day clean, brother.
Day clean?
Yes, day
Um,
clean.
yeah, that's right. That's right. Day clean. Day clean. It's that's right. Day clean. And listen, today I think last week I made a promise to you. I said, this week we're gonna jump into some sales strategy and how to sell some of the things that we do in Akana, above and beyond the products, right? When I watch television, there's always competing commercials selling a product in one way or another. And when you think about this health and wellness industry, which is essentially $1 trillion industry, it is a very competitive market where people are all touting that their product is better. And so then one of the things right now, we're doing a Boss Up Challenge and we're coaching about 8 to 10 people in how to boss up their business. And in this Boss Up Challenge, the last session that I did for them, training session, I talked about really how to get your message heard, how to stand out in a crowd, how to identify your purple cow, how to create your wow. And so this morning, I want to give some context into what I believe from a holistic perspective, what Akana is about. Akana is not just about, as many of you would know, is not just about selling product. Akana is not just about being another company in the health and wellness space. Akana really is all about positioning an experience, and based on the experience, you then sell product. And so, what I want you to do is I want you to think about in this moment how to sell an experience. That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about how to sell an experience. Yeah, let's have some fun with this. I even made a phone call. I said, you probably want to jump on the line. I'm feeling myself this morning. And I don't feel myself often, y'all. I walk in a great level of humility, but I just believe that if we can posture and position ourselves and properly position this our proposition as an experience, that you'll find yourself moving beyond the norm and standing out. So here's where we're going to go. So the first thing that you must do in terms of selling an experience is that I want you to position the experience as a discovery journey. Position it as a discovery journey. Not when, like, for example, when you're positioning the blood type test, don't frame it and don't offer it as a test, but as a life-changing experience. Position it as unlocking the secrets your blood type reveals about your health, about your energy, about your longevity. This is where it's at this moment where you begin to utilize testimonials or share success stories of people who discovered their blood type, adjusted their diet flat and exercise, and then experience the big shifts that takes place as a result of it. For example, let's look at an example. Let's talk about Michelle, right? Michelle, 42 years old, um, and she's a 42-year-old single mother with three. She's always tired. She's bloated. She's full of it. She's stuck. Her weight won't go down. And the truth is, she's tried everything. And so she's tried intermittent fasting. Now, why are you doing this? When you share this story, you bring up all of the things that people do to try to lose weight. So, for example, you could say she tried intermittent fasting, she tried keto, And at the end of the day, nothing seemed to work for the long time. And then, now here's how you sell it. And then Michelle came to our blood type wellness experience. And when she came, certain things happened. After she began to discover and understand her blood type, her energy levels went through the roof. She she was no longer walking around looking like she was 6 months pregnant, bloated. She lost weight within the first few months. And then now she's feeling in control. And now she has confidence. Now she has energy. You see, you got to be able to sell and sell the story. And you sell the story by telling the results of the experience. So, number one, position it as a discovery journey. Number two, you got to be able to make this experience tangible. So in other words, you got to create an experience where they can touch it, where they come in and they take their blood tests and here's what I think we should also do. I personally have been sharing with Aisha to bring back to really push the body scans, make that part of the experience. And when you make that part of the experience, what you're putting together, and many of you are doing this, you know what it looks like. You know what the blood type. It's an experience or an event of education. You walk them through how the blood type, eating according to your blood type, what it means for your metabolism, what it means for your food sensitivities, and you walk them through how exercise is also a crucial component of it. But then you make exercising fun. And so, and how do you make it fun? Well, you put in certain things within the experience that gives a variety of ways to get the body moving, get the fat burning, and cause the energy to begin to increase and the weight to begin to decrease. So, for example, it could be bowling. Ha ha. It could be walking. It could be rebounding. It could, whatever that is. And so as you put this thing together, what I would want you to do is put this experience together as if it's an event or what have you. You combine the experience now with your products. You combine it with the meal plans. You combine it with the right products that's going to, based on what they're dealing with in their body. And then you put together your own, watch this, lifestyle journey. So people, lifestyle journal, as people are documenting their journey. And so now, as a result, this experience can be a day. This experience can be 7 days. This experience can be 14 days. But you want to make it an experience. You want to make it a thing. You want to make it something that they want to come to. That man, how can I? What do you mean? I'm discovering what secrets my blood type reveals. What does that even mean? Use it as a point of education and begin to get people to work towards that. Now, here's the other piece. So number one, you want to position it as a discovery journey. Number two, you want to make the experience tangible. Number three, you want to tap into their aspirations, their goals, their dreams, their desires, but you also want to tap into their pain points. In other words, when you look at how you frame the benefits of this experience, you frame the benefits around outcomes that you know people deeply want. I'm telling you, everybody wants more energy. So when you're doing it, so in your framing, hey, finally, it's time to break free from fatigue by fueling your body the way it was designed. Ask me how. You know me, I like to be funny. So I say, man, listen, are you struggling with getting old fat belly down? Get the dimple out the thighs, the junk out the trunk. If you know that you don't want your belly to get no bigger, I need I like to be funny with it. I want to help you get rid of the weight, lose the waist, and cause and shrink your waistline. Listen to what I just said. I want to help you lose the weight, get rid of the waist, and shrink your waistline. Think about it. Lose weight, get rid of waist, and shrink your waistline. I think that's pretty cool. Some may call it corny, but people will respond, I promise. You also want to tap into longevity and wellness. Just say, hey, listen, I tell there are times I'll be like, you got a Benjamin Button anointing. Well, what the heck is a Benjamin Button? Y'all know Benjamin Button aged in reverse. Talk about how eating according to your blood type, living according to your blood type, how it add years to your life. Talk about that. And then talk about the confidence. You know what? You can take pictures from whatever angle you want. There's nothing else to hide. And so this is all part of tapping into aspirations and pain points. But it's also important that you position it not as a one size fit all. I tell people that I coach all the time that if you come in with this templated mindset, if you come in with this cookie cut mindset, then you're going to alienate some people. You got to say that at the end of this discovery experience, you'll have a roadmap to a better life, a roadmap to a better quality of life. This is how you sell this experience. So number one, because I got to get out of here, you got to position it as a discovery journey. Number two, make the experience tangible. Make it tangible, meaning put something in their hand. Number three, tap into aspirations and their pain points. Here's number four. How do you get people into it? So there's three. So there's a way that you want to do it. Number one, instead of just inviting them to the experience, invite them for a free quiz or blood type life assessment. And hey, just send them a link and say, hey, take this blood type life assessment for me. Send them a link. And then that life assessment, blood type life assessment begins to help them navigate, and it'll be your initial education point on what the blood type is all about. And in that, you begin to speak to their pain. You begin to speak to their fears. You begin to speak to their desires. It doesn't have to be long. And so how do you, so now, I'm going to give you a couple of things that you could do as I get ready to go in presenting it. You can present it like, hey, listen, you can invite them to a personalized wellness experience. You could call it, let me think, your roadmap. Let me think. From history to making history. Understanding your blood type. Now, why did I say from history to making history? Understanding your blood type. So if you understand the blood type, you understand that your blood type is generally identified based on regions of the world that your lineage came from. And some regions, all they had access to was meat. So as a result, you become blood type O. You see what I'm saying? So and blood type O, body breaks down meat better than someone that came from a region where it was just plants and vegetables available to them. So that's why, from history to making history, understanding your blood type, or you could say your blueprint for better living. Keep it simple. Stop guessing, start living. Stop guessing and start giving your body what it needs and desires. So all of these things are unique, all of these things are different, but at the end of the day, what I want you to do is understand that in Akana, you're selling more than a product, you're selling an experience. And so I really, and you guys, we've done experiences, we've done the energy experiences, we've done these events and all of those things. But I want you to create something. Yeah, I use this word because it's the simplest word. Something sexy. Give them a vibe. Give them a whole vibe that when they leave, they feel like their life will never be the same. Create the level of energy and expectation that says, I got to get to this place. Make it fun, make it exciting, make it fit your personality. But whatever you do, make it an experience. All right, I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to give it back to you, Miss Kathy Watty. I hope this was helpful to those of you that were on and listening.
Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely helpful. What a great way to turn our mission into an experience. I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Guys, this is Tuesday. Dr. Betty, would you like to expound on what 360 Certified will be doing today? Dr. Betty, are you out there? You might not be able to talk right now. 360 Certified, if you're in that group that will be meeting this evening at excuse me, at 7 p.m. Central. And rebounding is next. And just remember, this is the beginning of the month. This is month clean, not just day clean. So this is the second day of the month. So guys, you have an entire month to run through. If there are some that need to have orders backdated, please call customer service 888-312-0420 and we'll take care of it. All right, guys, thank you for your time and attention again. Bishop Dan, Coach Dan, thank you so much for that fantastic way of being able to share what we have to offer in a non-invasive but persuasive way. So thank you so much. You guys have a great, fantastic rest of your Tuesday. See you tomorrow.